In this tragic scene, 15 died, including 2 children, and the defense minister noted this in his evening statement. "We must act against these terrorists." By the way, even Thanos likes bubblegum and caught a mysterious pirate using clues. This interrogation method was simple: show the pirate a live stream of his family, and if he didn't talk, facing that many rockets was just too much to handle. The pirates ultimately confessed that these terrorists entered the US through smuggling routes, all of which were conveniently controlled by Mexican drug lords. Given that revenge is in order, and in true American style, only professionals can handle the dirty work, so Thanos got another invite to the ministers. The minister stated, "You can use any dirty trick to solve this, the government has your back. You know how tricky those smugglers can be, right?" So, under pressure, Thanos quickly contacted his arms dealer and called his evil crew back together. Rented 2 Black Hawks and weapons for $10 m/month, but clearly, it wasn't enough to control the situation. So, he once again sought out his pal Sandro, who's as cool as a cucumber if you've seen the first part, and the duo they vowed to create a bloodbath, and the primary target was a lawyer from the Moors group. One day, a shiny car was intercepted by masked thugs, and the confident lawyer tried to make a run for it, only to get shot in the leg. Right after that, his buddy arrived, showcasing years of being single and how fast he could move when necessary. Subtitles: the second objective was to kidnap Ray's daughter, and the Thanos team was fully armed and ready to take action. Stealthily, they followed 2 Chevrolet Suburbans, and before long, the little lady noticed her signal was worse than her Wi-Fi at home. Bodyguards sensed something was off, but all they saw were masked killers swooping in, pinning one of them to the car door. Their objective was to incite conflict between the 2 major drug cartels, allowing them to easily reap profits from the chaos. Soon enough, Ray's daughter was sent to a secure house, quietly awaiting the upcoming turmoil. Then they tricked her. The girl kept her head covered, unaware of the kidnappers, while Sandro's team changed outfits. He staged a rescue mission, and the young lady thought the police had come to save her, but little did she know the real story. It was all set up to ensure that the 2 cartels would end up fighting, creating a situation where Thanos could clean up the mess once they'd taken each other out. But Thanos underestimated those drug lords. The cops escorting them were actually all part of Ray's crew. And then, the real show began. These policemen had long been bought off by the drug lords. At the same time, their backup was blown away by rocket fire, plunging the scene into chaos as Thanos' team scattered like roaches. They quickly surrounded the police vehicles. After all, they were composed of trained professionals. Soon, they defeated the foe, when suddenly cries for help came from Mexican police behind. Thanos and his companions promptly took up their guns, standing on guard and shouting out for assistance as if they were trapped in a low-budget, cheesy action flick. "We are French police," and thus the standoff began, creating a somewhat humorous atmosphere. Suddenly, one police officer couldn't keep his cool. After the skirmish, when Thanos was back in the car, he found the lady had vanished without a trace. And to make matters worse, enemy reinforcements were on their way just 3 kilometers away. In such a situation, Thanos had no choice but to pull everyone back for a tactical retreat. Sandro stayed behind to continue searching for the girl, and Thanos gave him a GPS locator for the mission. But little did Sandro know, this mission would lead him into major trouble. This escort mission had Thanos feeling quite tense. Trusting the Mexican police was now a joke. Just then, several police cars caught up, and a furious Thanos opened fire on them like it was fishing season. Meanwhile, the recently escaped damsel was kidnapped by drug lords, but luckily Sandro showed up just in time and took care of the bad guy. Upon learning that Thanos' team clashed with the Mexican police and wiped out their entire squad, the defense minister immediately ordered the mission to halt and commanded Thanos to eliminate Sandro and the young lady for good. Otherwise, if the world found out about this, it would start an international incident. To cover up the truth and clear their name, they had no choice but to root out the weeds, leaving Thanos feeling conflicted. After all, they were good buddies for years, so Thanos called Sandro, who returned with an interesting response. He felt complicated because the girl was innocent. If he went through with it, how were they any different from the drug lords? But Sandro knew that refusing would mean becoming enemies, so he stated he'd figure something out. Good luck, no choice. So Sandro had to disguise himself and the girl, opting for a smuggling strategy to get her into the US. Just then, the scene shifted and Thanos discovered the signal source that Sandro had activated. He decided to personally lead the team to find these disguised ladies. But unfortunately, they stumbled right into the Moros group's trap. A few punks recognized Sandro. Before long, Sandro was hooded and gagged, taken straight to a dump site. The boss of the smuggling gang wanted to take Sandro out for a big payday, but his executive couldn't bear to pull the trigger, resulting in her quick demise. Then she passed the gun to the second punk, who without hesitation shot Sandro while he was struggling on the ground. And this whole scene was captured by Thanos, who was flying in with a drone, watching everything unfold like an epic movie.